We are here.
Yep.
Camwood live. Play my theme music.
Yep. Hope y'all been doing good. No, it's been a minute.
Yeah. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, Miller.
Between Thanksgiving and we've been sick a little bit in here.
Last week would have been an interesting time.
Us and the family. I would have had to communicate before Jonathan last week because he wasn't able to speak.
I had no voice. I woke up on Thursday and was like, so I thought it would be best if we didn't have a live session. But it's good to be back. We hope you're all doing well. We're trying to post this link in the Discord chat right now. So
yep. Make sure everybody can get in here.
Tune in with us. Yep. As always, I'm assuming everybody I see kind of right now is returning people. So if we do have any new people, welcome in. This is our weekly live session. We do this every week for our Camwood program customers to really help them get a better understanding for what they're doing, why they're doing it, how they're doing it, so that they can see the best results possible. Still have a few people joining in right now. As you saw from the email that we sent out, I just copied and pasted the description that you used on that video. We have a video that's coming out tomorrow. That's the picture that you saw in the email, talking about it's never too late. We kind of go through a little bit of the story about how Trey found this, when he found this, how it changed his career, changed his life, truthfully, and just we're really pointing out the issue that it's never too late to get involved in this, get started on this, to start improving your knowledge of the swing, which will therefore help you improve your actual swing in general. So, I mean, looking at the email, it talks about to be a better player, it's not just about doing it. So many times people just go hit. They just, I mean, I know a lot of the guys we've been talking to the last few weeks, they just load the ball on the tee and take some swings. You ask them, did you hit yesterday? And say, what'd you do? I just swung. Just swung.
Nothing else. Just swung.
No purpose, no really rhyme or reason why they're doing it or how they're doing it. They're just swinging, thinking that that's going to improve their swing. So many people just go hit or go throw without a specific goal in mind about what they're trying to do. The concepts we teach have been used by so many great hitters: Freddie Freeman, Chipper Jones, Tony Gwynn, A-Rod, Pujols, and a lot more. They all had different swings, but their mindset and concepts were the same. That's why they were so good. That's such a great point, and I think you wrote that, Miller. That's such a great point because all of these guys, you can go look at their career, their numbers, and then go, and compare them. They're all right there together, hitting around 300, right above or right below. They had power. They hit for extra base hits. They hit for consistency, but their swings were very different in a sense. I mean, the way their bat is going through the zone, it can differ depending on who you are, but their approach about what they were trying to do,
the training,
never changed. The way they trained never changed. You can go watch that video that we posted a few weeks back about us talking about Freddie's teamwork and how he goes about his training, and that just proves the point that he's training with a purpose. He's trying to do specific things every single swing he takes. He's not trying to hit this ball hard. I'm not trying to put it, he's kind of trying to put it a specific place based off of where you set the tee up. But he's just trying to drive inside the ball and let the bat do its job. Go through the zone and make contact.
I agree with that.
So, to me, I think back on my career, knowing how much I worked, I told somebody this the other day, I know how much work I put in outside of practices, games, things like that. And so I know, just from my own standpoint, if I would have found this at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, my whole approach to hitting, my whole mindset for hitting, my whole mindset towards the game, my confidence level, all of that stuff would have been improved just because I knew how to do this at a higher level. I understood the swing a lot better.
You had all this work ethic, all this drive, all this ambition to do this, but the direction of it was kind of, that's where it was blurred.
Skewed.
And that's where the tough thing is for athletes. I know I was the same way as Jonathan. I worked hard. I had the passion for it. I wanted to go play major leagues, but I wasn't able to channel it into something that benefited me as far as the program goes. Everything was me going out, taking swings, taking ground balls, throwing, the strength of my arm. Nothing was really geared towards mechanics and improving those things.
You weren't really making any changes. Ever.
No.
You were just kind of going about it.
I was getting reps.
Yeah, you were just getting a lot of reps. That's a great way to put it. You're getting a lot of reps. And I know for a lot of these kids, when they start doing these drills, they're kind of like a little hesitant about it. They're like unsure. I don't like change. But I mean, if you want to get better, you're going to have to change. There's going to have to be some change.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form, whether it's your attitude, your mechanics, whatever, you're going to have to change and improve. And it's never too late to learn how to do that. So we just wanted to kind of harp on that, make that point, get that point across to you today. But now we'll kind of open it up a little bit for y'all to ask questions, if you have any, in regards to some issues that you may be seeing. If you're not involved in our Camwood Discord chat, I would highly encourage you to get involved in that. That is I'm telling you right now, I've never been a big fan. I never wanted to do virtual lessons. I never wanted to do stuff necessarily through a computer, but that is some of the best coaching I have ever seen. Back and forth between parents and coaches and people understanding better about what's going on and being able to relay that message to their kids.
Well, yeah. And being able to respond like immediately, back to back, and just talk through it. Now we know what to work on. Now we have a purpose, direction. Now I get to go work on it for a couple of weeks, see if it works. Yeah. See what it does. Before we get to you, Luke, let's answer TJ's. Placement of the tee during Camwood workouts. I know it's outside, but it is deep. Any way to show an aerial view, top-down view of where the tee is actually located? I mean,
I don't know if we can move the camera.
It's going to be
interesting. We'll show you from here. We'll show you front and side.
Yeah.
Lining up to it.
Stay there, just turn it.
Zoom in a little bit, Jackson. Down? Yeah, right there.
Gotta see his feet.
Okay, right here, make sure I'm kind of straight on with the camera. I'm always trying to line my front foot up with this tee. Y'all know, especially through the 30-day program, everything we do is on the outside corner because it's the only way that you can teach how to drive inside the ball and keep from pulling your shoulder off. You're gonna have to feel those shoulders turn a little bit more on the middle pitch and the inside pitch because of what your lower half does. So as far as teaching the hands, I want to line it up on the outside corner, front foot directly, draw a line, right straight in line with the tee. Feet are, you can see the Camwood tee base. My feet are significantly wider and shoulder width apart. I don't want to feel real tall in my stance, real narrow. I want to kind of feel widened out, feel my weight sitting down. And then if you go from the front side, you can kind of see how far I am away. That's going to really determine, that's going to be dependent upon what bat you have in your hand. I'm looking for a one-hander.
Oh, you look for right here. Here's a youth. Unless you want to on.
This built softball. Okay, so one-hander, I have a shorter bat. I'm gonna have to be lined up closer to the tee.
Yeah.
I can't line up like I have a big bat and the outside corner's over there because I'm casting every single time. I've got to feel myself scoot up.
Yeah.
Things are gonna feel a little bit smaller, a little bit closer together. But I'm about that far away from the tee and I'm focusing on that elbow again. Boom, driving inside so that barrel whips through that zone, nice and smooth. Whether I'm late, early, or on time, I got a good part of the bat on the ball.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
We can, man. Talk to me.
Hey, so my question, I got two questions. One is with the sizing of the Camwood bat, right? So my son's 13 years old, plays 60-90, first year on 60-90. He's got, his game bat's a 31-inch drop 5.
Okay.
He has a 30-inch Camwood bat that he's been using, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, right? His brother, his older brother, high school age, has a 33-inch Camwood bat, right? How do we decide kind of what size Camwood bat do we have them use versus like their game bat? Like, should it be the same length? Should it be bigger?
Yeah, we're going to go same length. That's typically what we do. Now, again, with him swinging a 31-inch, if he's swinging a 31-inch in games and he's got a 30-inch Camwood, there's not going to be too much of a difference. That's going to be more determined to me, especially upon the weight of the bat. Yeah. What he's able to handle. If he can handle going up in weight, then I would go ahead and move him to the 31 adult. Yeah. Because it's going to be the same length as his Camwood or as his game bat. And it's also going to help him with getting a little stronger, able to handle that drop 5.
Be heavier.
So I would kind of match the length if you can, but he's kind of sitting on that fence where those kids get. I mean, 30, 31
Well-
inch, drop fives, all that
so
stuff.
so like late spring, he's going to be transitioning into a drop 3.
Yeah, I'd go
Yeah.
ahead with the adult then.
Yeah.
I'd go ahead with the adult.
Yeah, which will probably be a 32.
Yeah, well then, I mean, again, that's gonna be totally up to you,
Yeah.
31 inch adult or 32 inch, just very dependent upon what he's able to handle. The
Yeah.
32 inch to me is not gonna be
Huge
much of a difference if he can handle the one-hander. If he has good path with the one-hander, the adult one-hander,
Yeah.
the 32 inch, he should be able to move just fine. Yep.
Okay, and then my second question was this. So when they're when he's doing like his daily, tee work in the backyard, working with his camwood bat, right? Bucket of 60 balls. Something I've been thinking about was, should he just work with the camwood and go through that whole bucket, or should he transition like halfway through and use his game bat for like the second half? Like, what's a good approach for his daily tee work?
We always take kids through the whole process, just the camwood, and then at the end of the session, we may do a little game bat stuff.
Yeah.
Whether it's like, we'll do just the 2-hand, no feet, no shoulders with a game bat, so they can just get used to the lighter bat and the feel of how it goes through. Some kids, depending on their skill level, we'll let them take some full swings to try to implement the stuff that they just worked on. Driving that elbow, staying inside, palm up, palm down, and letting it release. But I would recommend following the program as best you can. Do all those drills with the camwood bat, and then afterwards, kind of take your pick. Do some 2-handers with your game bat. Take some full swings with your game bat, maybe. Especially if he's got the energy for it. If he's tired, just take a break, hit tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if he's got the energy, then pick that game bat up and kind of try to implement the things that he's been working on.
Cool. That was very helpful, guys. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, Luke. Thank you, man. Any other questions, guys? Very good. That's always good stuff. I mean, to me, you never want to give a kid a bat that's too heavy.
Yes.
And, I mean, folks, that if you follow us along enough, you'll find out a lot of these kids will drop them down and weight very quick. I mean,
Yes.
they'll swing a 31-inch game bat, but I'll have them swinging a 28-inch camwood because they don't know how to move the weight. They don't know how to feel the path. And if
Yeah.
you're not feeling the path, you're going to feel the weight so much more and just
Oh yeah.
swing that sucker around the ball.
I also do that sometimes to help improve their speed.
Yeah, that
If
too.
they're having trouble, I'm saying, I want you to go, and they're giving me about 30%. I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna lower the weight, and you're gonna go. And
Yeah,
we're gonna
we'll
make
speed
sure
it
that
up.
you get some speed going when you drive. But yeah,
Younger kids. So my question is, we're just getting started. We just got it in the mail a little bit ago, and I'm new to Discord as well, but I kind of greeted everybody. 100 swings a day, right? As part of the first
Yeah,
program.
right.
how old are they?
With the little ones, it's a dad question just about safety and
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that too much, or how do you guys have done that? How do you approach it?
You should see that it should be split into two sides. There should be a left-hand side that says youth and then a right-hand side that says adult. The adult is going to be the 100 swings a day. I think the youth is like 50, maybe 75. It does drop it down.
Yeah.
But for those young kids, I don't really put a number on it.
No.
I watch them.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can't take but 20 swings, then we're going to do our best to take 20 swings the right way,
Yeah.
focusing on the right things so we get the right result. I'm not trying to rep them out and wear them out. I'm trying to teach them, help them feel it,
Yeah.
and just help them have a good understanding of it. The better they understand it, to me, they don't need near as many reps.
No.
They need the right reps.
Yep.
So I wouldn't worry too much about the numbers. I'd just put the ball on the tee. I mean, if it's 1 bucket apiece, then 1 bucket apiece is all we do.
Yeah. I know my son's 8, and
Yeah.
we probably do maybe a bucket and a half, so maybe 50 balls.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, and he's getting closer to 9. And he's been even doing this for a while.
Yeah.
But that's about all I get out of him as far as like how to do
Effort,
it correctly,
energy,
effort, and all that kind of stuff. So like John said, I wouldn't push it too hard. Yeah, guys, the community lately has been doing really good. Me and John talk about it all the time. This is something that, man, we wish we had.
Oh, man.
It's so, if I could have found a place like the Discord or inside the program to where I could communicate with a coach when I wanted to, like
Who
right now.
knew what he was talking
Yeah,
about?
and-
Who
yeah.
flat knew?
It would
And,
have been so huge.
Yes, yes. And I mean, it does go into the work ethic side. We're going to get to that question in just a
Yeah.
second. But it does go into I mean, they have the opportunity for this. They need to be encouraged to take full advantage of this, parents and players. Because again, if you don't, you're just going to be mediocre. You're just going to kind of get a little better here and there, and you're just going to be on teams.
Yeah.
And I mean, we do this to be, I mean, we did this to play at the highest level, and we got where we did. If these other kids will do this, I mean, with all that they've got, man, baseball's going to be fun to watch.
Well, we've had this conversation with so many kids about, I'm not just trying out for a team. I'm trying out to play. I'm trying out to be one of the best ones on the team. I'm not. It's not my goal to play the game to just
get my uniform,
to be a cheerleader, to be on the dugout, to be in the dugout. No, I'm trying to be the best one out there on the field, in the league, whatever.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're trying. That's the environment we're trying to produce here.
When is the best time to move up in weight? My son, he's 8 years old. He's been using the Camwood for a few months. I know he is a ways from moving up, but just curious. It's really dependent on them. I mean, how consistent can they be? Truthfully, you can kind of move them up as they go through game bats. I've never really seen a kid that just, I mean, especially an 8-year-old kid that just walks up sizes. I mean, 26, 28, 27, 29, 30. It's just going to be based off of how they're moving through their level of play.
I'll say that. But I would also say, like, there's going to be some days he comes in there hitting off the tee that you can tell he's moving that bat different.
That's right.
And I think, to me, that's the time, okay, it's time to move up. Like, I mean,
when it looks too ezy for him, it's time to add a little weight.
When it's starting to pop off the bat a little different, he's starting to move with a little bit more speed than he's used to regularly. Like, you're not telling him to drive harder. He's doing it on his own because that bat's feeling light. Yeah, it's time to move up. Time to, we've let that bat push myself to its limit. Now it's time to get a new one.
Yeah, absolutely. Good question there too. These parents in here may be coaches. Some of them may not be. But my dad was not a coach. My dad was one that, I mean, he found people, put people in my life that knew more than him and helped me get better at whatever skill I was trying to be better at.
Yeah.
But he was one that had some common sense. And when he saw some stuff that worked, he wouldn't be afraid if he had the opportunity to tell a coach, you need to try this.
Yeah.
You need to try this. I mean, some of these teams, some of these coaches, they're struggling, whether they look like they are or not. They go home at night and they're upset and they're frustrated because they can't figure out why in the world we can't win ball games. Why these kids can't hit. Why we did it so good yesterday, but man, we can't do it again today.
Yeah.
It's because, I mean, everything is so in and out, up and down. And so I would really encourage you to, I mean, don't be afraid to be a leader.
Yeah.
To encourage this to people that may tell you no. They tell you no, so what?
Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, go find you 3 or 4 parents.
Yeah.
Get them to do it with you. The whole purpose of this is to make kids better. Every kid. Not just your kid. Every kid. Every kid.
And I know a lot of y'all work with y'all's kids. What you have to do off the tee through this program is not easy. It's a bunch of repetition. It's about moving heavy weight fast. It is tiring, both physically and mentally. I tell Jonathan this all the time because we do things a little different here. But this is going to make your kid decide if they want to play. This
100%.
type of work right here that your kid's about to partake in is going to let them decide if they want to do this, because it don't get no easier than this work. You have to put this work in to be good at this game daily.
You have to work this hard every day to improve that.
Whether it be hitting, fielding, pitching, throwing, all that kind of stuff. It takes this kind of work to get your body in shape to perform the way you want to. And that's just something that, to me, I like, because that's what we're trying to build. We're not trying to build somebody that's just going to come in here and swing. We're trying to produce athletes that want to play for a long time, and we're going to teach them how to do that through work and dedication and all these other aspects that not only are going to benefit them in the game but in life.
Absolutely.
And that's the whole point.
So don't hesitate to reach out to us, guys. We really appreciate you joining us today. Appreciate your time. Keep working. Keep your kids with a positive attitude. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via email, text hotline, or through the Discord chat. And we will see you next week right here on the Camwood Bats live session. Y'all have a great weekend. Be good.